In this episode of Fictional Hangover, we talk about celebrating 350 episodes with cromulent sci-fi, undertaking sensual kidnapping, using ish as a descriptor, how pigeons are better spies than penguins, being a stupid, sexy bitch, and knowing your worth, in our discussion of Last Chance to Save the World by Beth Revis. Happy 350!
Yay!
Woo! It's a perfectly cromulent discussion we're going to have.
Ah!
Hey everybody, welcome to Fictional Hangover, a podcast about young adult and new adult and sometimes other series authors, voice actors, and illustrators that is full of spoilers. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire. And today we're going to discuss Last Chance to Save the World by Beth Revis.
Cromulent disclaimer. If you haven't read this book, please remember that Fictional Hangover is all about spoilers. If you haven't read or listened and don't want to be spoiled, stop listening to us and go read or listen to the book. Then come back. If you haven't done this but want to pretend that you have, or if you don't care about spoilers, or if you just think the show is so cromulent that you don't care about any of that, then listen up. I don't want to do it anymore. I am already tired of being cromulent.
That was definitely a triple word score.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with myself because, I mean, even though I have that memorized, obviously, I was still reading it. But I was reading ahead going, where do I say cromulent? Where do I say cromulent? But all the words were still coming out. So that was pretty good of me, I feel.
You know when you go to the dentist or something, they put you under an anaesthetic and they're like, right, count backwards from 10. They'll just say to you, say the standard disclaimer, and before you get to remember that Fictional Hangover is all about spoilers, you'll be under.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's what would happen.
It would be exceedingly cromulent of you.
It would be.
Do we have any cromulent background information?
We do. We do have some cromulent background info. I pulled this from Beth's Substack. She says, I absolutely want to get super sappy about these books. They were my recovery books, the desperate ones I penned with nothing but sheer hope and, yes, spite to guide my way. In a lot of ways, I think of these books as my before and after. They're a dividing line in my career, a point where my attitude shifted significantly. They mark a point where I have changed as a person, and I will always hold them dear because of it. Also, there's lots of cursing, trickery aplenty, and explosions throughout. So what's not to love?
Exactly. I feel like this series... Spoilers, this is book 3, so if you haven't read the others, go back.
Go back, yeah, for sure.
You must, because otherwise some of the conversation is going to get very cromulent.
No, that means it's good.
No.
Cromulent is a good word.
Yeah, but I'm using it
positive.
in a confuddle this time.
Oh, I see, okay.
Because you're going, especially when we start talking about peeled peaches.
Yes. Yeah, but I mean, technically for that one, you only have to have read book 1 to understand the peeled peaches.
No, I'm sorry, you have to do both.
That's true. That is true.
And I think we're going to make a very valid point when we get to the discussion about this book. Something that we'll probably both agree on. So, yeah, go back and read and listen and do all that good stuff, and then come back.
Yeah, definitely.
That's an amendum to the spoilers alert.
Very good, very good. The episodes for these books aren't very long because the books themselves aren't very long. So I feel like everyone should just do all of them. Read all of the books.
This one is 3 hours and 41 minutes at normal speed on audiobook.
Yeah, that's nothing.
That's a sofa sit and a nice cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's perfect. What are your initial thoughts?
I love a satisfying trilogy.
Oh, same.
I'm worried about a few trilogies that we're currently reading, and series that we're reading.
Yeah.
But this one, chef's.
Yeah, very good. Such a great trilogy. And
swearing and cursing.
And swearing and cursing and explosions. I just love Beth.
She's amazing.
She's so good at sci-fi.
She really is. And as a person, she's amazing.
Yes. Yeah, she really, really is.
Follow her on socials as well. She's really good at socials. Just, pottering about her life.
Yeah.
And one day our son will realise how cool she is.
One day.
One day.
One day. Okay, should we begin?
Yes.
Last Chance to Save the World picks up right where book 2 ends. Ada having drugged and kidnapped Ryan, but not like evilly?
Sexually
kidnapped. Sensually.
Corruptionally. Let's have some mutual corruption.
No, not again.
Get used to it because it's happening again next week.
It is. It's fine. Ryan is sending a secret message to his team with orders not to apprehend Ada until they have completed the edits to the nanobot code, even though she literally kidnapped him, which is a felony.
But is sexy kidnapping a felony?
I mean, I think as long as... I feel like kidnapping is bad. Kidnapping is bad no matter what. And
it is, but when the person being kidnapped's like, oh no, don't take me on your ship.
Oh, oops. Oh, no. Oops, I stumbled in. Oops, I buckled myself in with a seatbelt. Oops.
I'm ready for takeoff. I brought peeled peaches.
No, stop it.
And chicken.
Stop it. Gross. Okay. Excuse me, back to the book, which does not currently include peeled peaches. Those come later. Ryan knows that Ada will probably not fight unless she's attacking him, and that she will probably try to run, and she will probably have a great chance of escape. But everyone has to let her update the code first before they move in. He returns to the ship from buying sweets and sending his message. How he doesn't realize that Ada definitely knows what he's up to is very questionable.
I would also like to point out that traditionally, when one is kidnapped, they are not permitted to go on the moon to buy sweets.
That's true, but you know how Ada feels about food.
Oh, 100%. It is one of the most relatable things about a character I've ever encountered in any book ever.
Yeah.
But so it was so Spaceballs.
Yeah.
It's such a Spaceballs moment.
Yeah.
And anyway, right, okay. Ada flirts mercilessly with Ryan, telling him to imagine all the sex they could have had. Gravityless, even. Ooh. He gets very intrigued at this point, but won't too late.
Yeah, sorry.
While they were travelling to Earth for an entire week, they could have had so much sex. But they can't now that they're on the moon and about to end their trip. He seems distraught by this. He's dumb.
Come on, man.
But there's no chance for that now. Being on the moon for so long, waiting for clearance to be arranged for them to land Glory on Malta, where Strom Theatre Tech is stationed. Dumb person.
Hate him so much.
Dumb, horrible, stupid name. Is really going to make things difficult for Ada. But she has her plan worked out. Eesh.
I feel like ish just describes Ada.
Yeah. Ish as a description.
Yes. Ada must use Ryan's contacts and Ryan himself to get into Fettertech and be his maybe uninvited guest to be at the presentation and nanobot release. But they've got to be there early enough so as not to be suspicious. But also long enough for her to fix the coating so the nanobots won't immediately break. Basically putting this state of the world into Fetter's trillionaire, which when I wrote... Sorry, his trillionaire hands. When I wrote this summary, I of course wrote it on my phone, and my phone made trillionaire thrillionaire, which I don't know why, but it is amazing, and I'm pretty sure it's better.
My phone was going all sexy when I was doing the apprentice to the villain, and it was turning words into sexy things as well. It was,
yeah.
So I think Google is horny.
I think so too. Ada also has to do something that Ryan doesn't know about, but she should still have time, so it's fine.
She's always got stuff she needs to do.
She's always got secret things to do.
That's like 99% of what Ada needs to do.
Yes.
After burning through the atmosphere, freaking Ryan out completely with alarms going off and Glory literally being on fire, they arrive on Earth, though they are still waiting for permission to land. Ryan knows that Ada does not have permission, as he was the one who set up all the restrictions for landing on Malta for the presentation, but Ada gets residency landing approval, and they continue on. Ryan knows Ada doesn't own or rent property in Malta, but of course she had a plan. Ish. She always has a plan.
Ish.
Ryan has a backup plan too.
When they arrive, Ada is greeted at the docks by an old friend, Bruna, who says that Ada has to go see her mother, Jane. Ryan is freaking out about all this, and so is Ada. Ada makes sure Ryan knows that her mother, Jane, is Jane Lamar, not code word for the Resistance Jane Irwin. She just has to say it, just the once. It's a regulation to check in with the place of residency listed in your landing documentation, thanks government, so they gather their supplies. Ryan's light on account of the kidnapping, and prepare for the radiation and pollution they will encounter along the way to Ada's mother's house. The ferry they have to take has a garbage cutter on the front just to clear a path to get through all the pollution in the water, which is absolutely disgusting. So they will fix everything. They will. They will.
I've just got this image of Ryan, because he's got nothing with him being kidnapped, apart from like a little paper baggie with like, the pink and white stripes that you get from the sweet shop. Yes. And he's just walking along with these little baggies.
Yes, that's all he's got. Just one little baggie of treats.
He's like, we saw the Ryan Christmas Carol jelly bean.
Oh, I love it so.
Grab all your stuff, Ryan. I've got my sweeties.
Here you go. Oh my
god. 10 pence picking legs. Oh, Beth, you do this to us. As they rush through Malta, Ryan offers to get them a hotel for the night in New Venice, the ritzy area where the presentation will be. But they have to stay with her mother, who seems to live in an old pirate watchtower. That's the coolest mom ever. Jane is just as too much as Ada is, stuffing treats in Ryan's mouth and patting him on the head. Ada takes Ryan to the roof of the tower and tells him that if he goes to stay in the hotel, she will know that he's set up a trap for her, and even though she wants to fuck him, it doesn't mean that she trusts him, and that after they complete the nanobot update, she'll disappear and he'll let her. It really doesn't seem that way though.
There's so many plans-ish going on in the background.
So much ish.
Jane comes up to the roof then and coos about her pet pigeons that live up there. She goes on and on about how they were domesticated by their ancestors and then discarded when they no longer served a purpose. And Ryan seems put off by them, and so does Claire. But Ada knows why her mom keeps the birds. Wink. Which I didn't do just then. There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Jane keeps squawking about the pigeons. Sorry for all the bird puns. And then they have dinner on the terrace. Ada then takes Ryan to her mostly empty bedroom, and they talk saucily about what they will do after the nanobots have been updated and everything is over, and it involves a ritzy hotel room and peaches. Peeled peaches. Okay, it doesn't actually mention the peeling of the peaches, but it makes it sound sexier and or worse. So Beth has some explaining to do.
It has plagued us since that first book.
Peeled peaches.
Since January. Ada goes back to the roof to chat with her mother, who is, yes, actually, the Jane Irwin, and is Ada's contact and boss and everything else. She's been working on healing Earth for a long, long time, and Ada has been working with her, though demanding she gets paid, which, hey girl, she's got to eat. Jane tells Ada that she received a message that Ryan is going to betray her, which she knows since he left the trip for sweets at the very, very beginning. But she hoped, giving him the opportunity to betray her, he wouldn't. The things he does for jelly beans.
He really likes the law.
Why?
Well, I don't know. Early the next morning, Ada and Ryan prepare to leave with Jane bustling around doing seemingly mom things, but also setting up her own plans. She gives Ada a package that Ada had sent there earlier. Not really, but that's what we're pretending is happening. It's a new sun shield to block the sun's radiation, but it also shields the wearer from cameras and scanners, which will help Ada immensely. There's a pigeon feather on the package too, which means, something important, obviously. Ada and Ryan also put on secret communication devices, and she checks that she still has her one earring in. This earring deposits code, which is what she'll use to fix the nanobots, and the other that she left behind in book 2 collects code, which will surely be important because why else mention it?
Ada and Ryan head out to New Venice, and Ada notices Ryan noticing things. But they are thinking of the same things. The city can be destroyed. Or are they thinking of their own different ways? They stop, and they kiss, and they're actually checking each other for weapons or for hidden devices, and neither closes their eyes. It's decidedly not very sexy.
It's not. It's really not. But at least they got to have a smooch, I guess.
I mean, it's a smooch-ish.
Smoosh.
Smoosh. It's a smoosh.
It's a smoosh.
It's a smoosh.
They arrive at the Fetter building and lay out the pieces of their clever plan, stopping by key people and chatting and not going by any of the parties and passing by all the delicious food before Ryan heads to his office on a level Ada does not have clearance for, and she waits in the stairwell for him to sneak her in. He received a memo from his message sent earlier that says they can find no evidence of Ada contacting the Jane Irwin group they've called Green Rogue, or of them doing anything at all, which is either because they're not doing anything at all, or they are using other secret ways to communicate.
How would one communicate in secret?
Ooh. Ooh.
Ryan gets Ada into the server room where the nanobots should be stored, but there's a body scanner in there that only allows her to be inside for 15 minutes before alarms will go off and security will come. That may seem like a huge problem because Ada told Ryan that she needs about an hour to transfer her code, but there's an even bigger problem. She announces to him that the nanobots are not in the server room. They must have been moved to the roof.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. I bet Theatre doesn't have pigeons on his roof.
Probably not.
Just pigeon shit.
No. Okay, so the roof. That's where people will be working hard and doing actual things before the bots are released, because this is where all the important communication equipment for the entire galaxy is. So no pigeons. Important equipment.
That has been shot on by pigeons.
Probably, yeah.
And seagulls.
Probably.
Precious little dicks.
Yeah. Hopefully, no one will notice them if they act like they're supposed to be there. When they arrive on the roof, there's no additional body scan or anything, so it seems like everything is going to be fine. Then Ada spots the red telephone. the Houston, we have a problem phone she messed with in book 2, and somehow convinced everyone that Stromfetter needed to own and keep in this very location. How perfect. While Ryan is looking around, Ada toys with the receiver, and then Strom-fucking-Fetter arrives.
Ugh.
With security.
Ugh, what an asshole.
This fucking guy.
Storm sleazes, like really greasily sleazes up to Ada. And we can all imagine that she swallows her vomit before putting on a fake, pleased persona. Like when someone tells you to smile because you would look prettier when you do. Ada stage whispers to Strom that she only slept with Ryan to get here, while security communicating with Ryan that everything is fine, while he panic secret communicates that he can't find the nanobots. Ada strolls around the room with Strom while he points out all the important things that are on the roof, and it's clear he only has surface level knowledge of what he's talking about because he's a stupid, rich, jackass, dumbwit fuckboy.
Yeah. They all head down to the party, and Ada contemplates unhinging her jaw and drinking an entire chocolate fountain. But she still has to deal with Strom and Ryan and the nanobots, which Strom announces will be released soon. Ryan corners Ada, fretting about not being able to find the nanobots and the fact that she seems to not be concerned at all. Don't worry, Ryan. The nanobots were in the server room and Ada took care of everything she needed to while she was in there. But it was challenging to do while the alarms were going off. Ryan gets mad. Why did they need to go to the roof then? Of course, Ada had other plans, duh. And Ryan realizes she's obviously set something else up. And then he realizes her earrings are different. Maybe he realized that she was missing the left one earlier, but he probably didn't realize that while they were moving between the server room and the roof, she was missing both. And now she's missing the right one. They sexily kiss to cover up the scene they're making. And oh boy, do we all want them to continue.
Eyes are closed. An employee of Fatus walks up and insists that Ada leave because of the sun shield she is wearing. But Ryan insists that she just take it off. Yeah, I bet
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Wink.
He does. Wink. Ada insists that she'd rather leave. So they leave together. Yeah, she'd like to take it off now again still. Yeah.
Yeah,
She knows
yeah,
he's going to try to arrest her when they leave the building because she's known all along that he's going to betray her. But she asks if, for the few minutes left before the nanobots are released, they can pretend to be normal people on a date. And he agrees. They eat food from vendors. At last, Ada gets some food.
Finally.
And listen to all the people chatting in their native languages and dance. And it's beautiful. But then Ada realises all the faces dancing around her are the same faces over and over again, which should be impossible in a crowd this size, and that one of them is Phoebe. They are all Ryan's associates.
Damn it.
God damn it.
The countdown begins, and as it reaches 0, pigeons arrive.
Ah, damn it.
When the pigeons arrive, all the people in the crowd, except for Ryan's people, throw up their sun shields and put on sunglasses and flash lights at each other. The reflective shields blind everyone not involved in this escape plan. Ada takes off, and Ryan and his people try to follow, but she makes it down to the docks. Bruna is there and gives her a helmet and gear to breathe underwater, and her own Jackson jets that she loves so much and used brilliantly in Book 1, and that work perfectly underwater. Ada's mom speaks to her inside the helmet, asking her if she acquired the coordinates, and then she guides her back to glory.
Ada is amazed at how many people her mother has obviously helped, or at least given hope to over the years. So many strangers concealed her from Ryan so she could escape. Ada takes off in glory and heads through a portal, coming out near Mars. Along the way, she uses the information she retrieved from her earring that was, yes of course, stored in the red "Houston, we have a problem" phone. Ada has a lot of information that travelled through Strom's communication room, and she meticulously removes herself and Ryan from anything incriminating, and does the same with her mother and any informant working for her. Imagine what they'll be able to do with all that delicious intel, especially with all that delicious, incriminating evidence erased.
Memos and messages from Ryan follow and include him trying to find out about Jane Lamar, aka Jane Irwin, which, duh, he definitely should have known that that's who Jane was. It seems that Ada has removed everything involving herself and her mother and anyone else involved with Green Rogue from every single thing that Ryan could possibly search. As he's having a private chat with Phoebe, Phoebe is suddenly removed from the conversation and replaced with Unknown, who is obviously Ada. It looks like the chase is going to begin again.
Oh! Both a satisfying ending and a bit of a cliffhanger.
Oh!
We need more. We want more.
But see, that's the beauty of it, because we don't necessarily get more. And that's fine. It was so well wrapped up.
Oh, yes. We can want it. And we can ask for it.
Yeah.
For it.
And she could do it, in 2 or 3 years. Or not. And it's perfect.
Or send us rough drafts that she has right now.
Or just tell us secret stories.
Yes. Let's have a wee break.
Okay.
Let's go and coot some pigeons.
What up, it's Jackson Ford here, author of The Girl Who Could Move Shit With Her Mind, hanging out with my Fictional Hangover family. Peace to Amanda, peace to Claire, peace to everyone listening. Greatest podcast out there. I want to tell you about my new book, The Bone Raiders. It is a fantasy novel coming out this year, August 2025. It is about a group of raiders in an alternate universe, Mongolia, who decide to stop riding horses and start riding giant fire-breathing lizards when their way of life is threatened. It's chaotic, it's action-packed, it's funny, it's ridiculous. You are going to absolutely fucking love it. The Bone Raiders, August 2025. Make sure you check that out and make sure you keep listening to Fictional Hangover. Peace.
Anyways, pigeons.
Yeah. I love Ada's mom and her pigeon love, though.
She cooed over them far too much.
It was so good, though.
Pigeons.
Yeah.
Why did it have to be pigeons?
I'm sorry.
It's just birds in general, really. Maybe
Yeah.
some birds. I mean, should we use penguins? That would have been cool.
Yeah,
Imagine
but
the
that would have
penguins
been
being
very...
a distraction. That would have been amazing.
That would have been very obvious that something was going on, though.
Why do you have penguins on your roof? Why don't you have penguins on your roof?
I think
penguins are cromulent.
Penguins are cromulent. Yes. I feel like they're a little too obvious, though. Unfortunately.
Penguins are an obvious distraction.
Penguins are not good spies.
No. Pigeons are better spies.
One of my favorite things about this whole trilogy is that it definitely could have just been one book.
Oh, heck yeah.
But I really appreciate that it was split into 3, but maybe I should save this for our chat with Beth that's happening. Surprise, everyone. Yay!
No, I agree. I will agree. But it would have been a very distinct part 1, part 2, part 3. But I like it. Yeah. I like the fact it's been cut up.
Yeah.
Each book has a different flavour to it.
Yeah.
And taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it 100% could have been one book.
Oh, 1,000,000%, yeah.
I'm so glad that it wasn't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You sounded really like a dude just then. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm strong, feather.
Oh.
So rich. I'm a Debra. Fuck off, Strom. You stupid fucking name.
He's the worst.
Stupid fucking attitude.
He's the worst.
Ugh.
Ugh. Do you know?
And he gets in arguments with politicians all the time as well.
I'm sure he does. Like a big, stupid baby, a big, stupid, ugly orange baby. One of the things that I really appreciate in this book is when they're rushing to get to Ada's mom's pirate watchtower, because they have a time limit, which we didn't mention in the summary, but they have a time limit to check in at their place of residency. Yes. And there was just something about that scene, because Ada is complaining the whole time, like, this is what it's like for people who don't have a lot of money. Like, imagine if we couldn't afford to even take public transit. There's no way we would have made it in time. And I think that really opened Ryan's eyes a little bit about what was going on around him. I mean, he's not like a super rich guy, but he's from a different Earth. So he doesn't quite
but he's
understand
also a
everything.
government employee, so he gets to he accesses the government systems.
Yeah.
And procedures, and he's got a government credit card if necessary, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not the same.
It's just, this book is very weird in that it's so accurate to real life, but it's also extremely sci-fi.
But that's what makes good sci-fi.
I know.
There's a big difference between hard sci-fi and I don't like using it soft sci-fi, but the sci-fi and hard sci-fi. Mm-hmm. And you know, hard sci-fi is everything's like weird languages and you can't pronounce anything, and you're in the middle of aliens and you're in space and all that kind of thing. 'Cause it's very pushed out away from Earth, or Earth doesn't even exist. But because we are talking about a very relatable situation of the pollution and degradation of our planet and how we want to save it, but corporations and the people who could do something about it, you cannot tell me that richest person on Earth could not solve 90% of the pollution problem.
Yeah.
Can cure hunger, world hunger.
Yes.
Because, I mean, Musk was told by, was it the UN, tell me the plan to cure world hunger and tell me how much it'll cost and I'll sort it. And they were like, all right, here you go. And it's like it's pocket change to him. It's like pennies. It's the money that's in the back of his sofa.
Yeah.
You know, it's inconsequential.
Yeah. And he just doesn't.
He doesn't. What he does instead is buy fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
And run it into the ground.
And then fuck up the entire United States.
And fuck up democracy.
Even more than it's already fucked up.
Yeah, and probably messes with the genes of his unborn children. Why do people have sex with him? Janet, do you think they have sex or just artificial insemination?
I don't know.
'Cause, ew.
Mm-mm.
Ew.
Yeah, ew.
But it's relatable sci-fi. Because, you know,
it's so relatable.
Those
I can't.
places exist. I mean, I've been to Malta. You know, I've been there, so I'm like, I can imagine a sci-fi variation of Malta very easily.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, and I like that. That's it. But again, we always say Beth Revis does good sci-fi.
She really does. She really, really does.
I love the fact that the peaches made a comeback, though.
No,
if anything, just to be grossed out again.
Yeah. But at least they weren't peeled in this instance.
No. Is it wrong that I want just a one chapter kind of short story, you know, just 4 pages long, of just Ada at a restaurant able to order anything she wants?
That would be amazing. Yeah.
Or just like a shopping list.
Uh-huh.
Ada's menus, and you just see, you know,
everything that she would eat.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be amazing. I bet Beth could do that.
Oh,
I bet Beth has already done that.
Yes. Ada visits Waffle House.
She just eats all of Waffle House.
Yes. Extra cheese and everything.
Yeah, of course. Smothered and covered.
Ooh.
Everything. That sounded sexier than it needed to. Waffle House is decidedly not a sexy place.
No.
Yeah.
No, it feels more utilitarian.
Yeah. Let's talk about the book some more. I really love the countdown to pigeon attack and that the pigeons had flash bombs. It's like a little army of pigeons, and I can imagine them wearing little helmets and little goggles, and they've got little pouches where their little flash bombs come from, and
the Dambusters music kicks in as they're going down.
Yeah. I really, really love it.
I really appreciated the fact how quickly Jane was able to get empty that pirate watchtower. There was literally no sign. The only reason you knew the pigeons were there because the coop was there.
Yeah.
And it's like that tells me that's not where she always is.
No, and she's been doing this for so long. Like, even before Ada's dad got sick.
Right, so, okay, right. This is the thing that bothered me the most, I think, about Ryan. He dismisses women.
Yeah.
This is my hot take. He underestimates consistently Ada. Mm-hmm. Even though when things happen, he's like, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, you might say that now, mate, but when it's actually in the thick of planning, when you're talking to Ada, she constantly takes you by surprise because you constantly underestimate her. And I believe it's because she's female and she's not a government employee. He doesn't understand. He's so by the book, and she is so not by the book. He physically cannot understand how she operates, and because she's a female, because she's a woman, he completely underestimates her. So when he meets Jane, who is just a 20-year older Ada,
yes,
he underestimates. And when it's literally slapped in your face, Jane is Jane Irwin.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, but Ada's like, no, her name is Jane Lamar. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. Oh, you're right. You're right. Of course.
The fact that she qualified it means that it's Jane Irwin. You dumb, good-looking man. Honestly,
stupid,
at this point,
sexy
Ryan
bitch
is a stupid, sexy bitch. He is a stupid, sexy bitch. And it's just that he's there for decoration.
Yeah, he's eye
just
candy.
Arm candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you're there for a good smooch, but that's about it. Because, dude, you cannot do it. And the fact that Ada's mom, the fact that Jane's been doing it since before everything that went down, since Ada was a little kid.
Yeah.
You know, she's got time, she's got experience, she's patient, she knows what she's doing. Stop underestimating women.
Yeah.
But this is one of the good things about this series. Like we say with good sci-fi, it's relatable. The situations that are going on, 100%. You can point to these characters and you can say, well, that's clearly that person and that clearly that person. It's so relatable. But also, it's the fact that Ryan's so freaking emotional.
He was so panicky in this one.
He was. He's so emotional that he can't think, he can't function, he can't operate, he can't think clearly. The fact he's distracted by boobs, essentially.
Yeah.
Ada's distracted by food constantly, but she
Right.
keeps the eye on the goal. You know?
Yes.
She's like, oh, that looks good, I'm going to nab that on my way out.
Yes.
So then she goes, right, I'm compartmentalising all of this.
Yes.
Fried chicken later, save the planet now.
Yes.
Yeah? He can't. He's like, ooh, I want to kiss you. Oh, we've got to save the planet by kissing. Because he's a stupid, sexy bitch.
Yeah.
And he's over emotional, and again, being part of the sci-fi, underestimating women.
But it's perfect because, like, I feel like he still I mean, he very much likes Ada and knows that she's smarter than he is with, you know, when it comes to coding and all of that stuff. He knows that she's smarter, but she still needs him because, you know, he's got all of his government passcodes and things, and he knows the right people to get her in the place where she needs to be. So, I mean, I think that they're a good team, even though he's just like a dumb meathead, sexy bitch.
He's a sexy, dumb government dork. But I tell you right now, Ada could still do it without him. It's just, it's
it would just
cutting out
be
10
more
steps
difficult.
of the plan. Yeah,
it would be more difficult.
It's a straight line to the final than it is going all over the place, and that's being smart about it.
Yeah,
and the fact that I thought was hilarious, the beginning, the opener, and she's like, "We could have been fucking for an entire week. We had nothing to do but have sex."
Yep.
But you didn't think about that, and now you want to have sex, but you can't have sex because we're about to land.
Yep.
And he's like, "Oh no!" And I tell you, the rest of the time, he's probably thinking,
"Damn,
I could have get my dick wet."
Yeah, could have. And Ada's like, the whole time, like, you could have had all of this.
But you don't get this.
No. Even though I sensually kidnapped you.
It was a sexual kidnapping.
Sexual. Yes. What else? What else do we need to talk about?
I do like the fact that Ada's like, will Theatre actually realise how much I hate him at this point? Even though I've said it literally to his face, I hate you.
Yeah. So many times.
You know what? I really don't think he does.
Because he thinks too much of himself. He loves himself enough for everyone else.
He is such a narcissist.
Yeah, he's horrible. Do you have a favorite character? Obviously, Ada. Move on to the next question.
We have to give props to Jane Irwin. To the mom.
We do. We do have to give props to Mom. We do have to give props.
Yeah. Because
she's been pulling the strings
for a long time.
Yeah, she's been pulling the strings the whole time. And that's amazing.
And I do appreciate the fact that Ada demands that she's getting paid.
Yeah, of course.
Because she's got skills.
She knows her worth.
Exactly.
And she's got other things to do. Like, exactly. She's not, I don't want to say stuck, but she's not stuck on Earth. She has a ship and she's able to go and do other things. And even though, you know, they're all working for the greater good, she has to be able to leave and move and travel and do things that not everyone else can do. So she got to get paid.
Well, you got bills to pay, you know?
Yeah. How's she going to keep Glory tip-top shape or in tip-top shape?
How's she going to get freeze-dried crap where you add a bit of salt and pepper and...
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce, yeah. How is she going to get her peeled peaches when she finally stops?
Yeah. Ugh.
No, I agree. She has skills. She knows her worth. She should get paid for it.
Yeah,
you should just because your mum is, you know, leading the resistance doesn't mean that you should give it for free.
Yeah, no. And I appreciate that. I appreciate Ada. Yes. She is a very realistic, lovable sci-fi asshole. And I love her.
Completely. She's a sci-fi MVP as far as I'm concerned.
She really is. I love her. I love her so much.
I just wanted to pop up in things and mess around. And
yeah, same.
Do you know that after reading the series, it really makes me think that Beth Revis would do an absolutely fantastic reboot of Firefly.
Oh, 1,000 times. Yes. Yes. Would be amazing.
It just got the right beats.
Yeah. She's so good.
Damn, I love her.
I know.
I've argued several times this week when I've been talking about Star Wars how Rogue One would be nothing without Beth Revis, and they're like,
Yeah.
who? I'm like, oh,
Oh.
education much time?
Yeah.
And then I had educate. And
Yeah.
then I've had many a conversation about how Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, thanks to Beth Revis.
Yeah.
Beth freaking Revis.
Yeah, she's amazing. Were you surprised by anything in this book?
Ryan just doesn't learn.
No. It's because he's
But
a
then,
stupid. He's
like,
because he's a stupid, sexy bitch. Yeah.
And I love that about him.
Me too.
He's the kind of guy, he's never going to lose his luscious locks. He will never have baldness or receding hairline.
No, he will not.
He might go grey, but it'll be like that sexy grey.
It'll be the sexy grey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Fantastic kind of sexy grey. Yeah. You?
I'm not surprised, but I don't know. I just wish that Ryan would have let Ada go. Like he would have. I wish that he would have joined in at the end in distracting everyone.
Though.
Yeah,
I
know.
Never undo that top collar button. He will never undo it.
He's such a rule follower. But it would have been a nice little twist for him to have set up all of this stuff with all of his team coming to get Ada at the end and then helping her escape. He wouldn't have done it. We all know he wouldn't have done it. I think Phoebe would have, yeah. But we all know, everything happened at the end for a reason. But I just wish that he would have been like, you know what? She's been right all along, and everything's horrible, and the government's not really helping. So I'm going to help her get out of here. But he didn't. I wish that he would have gone with her.
Do you think
never would have happened though?
No, I don't think he needs. I don't think at the moment he should go. So we had a satisfying wrap up at the end.
We did.
But it's also been left open a little bit for us to go back into the Chaotic Orbits universe.
Yes.
And, have another story with them. And I think, because of Ryan's background, and he's led a comfortable life, and he is living a comfortable life on the government payroll, and he's taken him to actually come to Sol Earth and see with his own eyes and experience with his own self how hard it is for people.
Yeah.
And he's definitely one of these that you can tell him, but it's not his lived experience. He has to have the lived experience to learn.
Yes.
And I think he needs a little bit more of that lived experience to truly embed it in there. And eventually, he's going to start helping from inside the government.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of already has, at least a little bit, in helping get everything set up. So now he's just going to take it a few steps further, I think.
He's going to be like the inside man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so stupid and sexy that he just does his talk.
He's so stupid and sexy. Such a stupid, sexy bitch.
We love that for him.
We do. Do you have a favorite final thought quote?
It's such a short book. You can read the entire thing, and it's just
so short. I know it's hard. It's hard.
There was one, but I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember. When I was listening to it and I forgot to write it down. Because I was listening to it on the sofa with my eyes closed. And I was comfortable and I was underneath a blanket. And I was like, I literally cannot move because I'm too comfortable. And I never went back and got it. My life. So I'm just going to give you a couple. I'll give you one fun and one more serious. I'm not a huge fan of birds. The eyes are weird as fuck.
Yes.
And yes, that's exactly. In the book. It's in the book.
Yes, it is.
Claire quote in the book.
Yeah. She quoted you directly for that one.
She did. Sometimes, to get something done, all you have to do is walk through the door and do it.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I feel like I need to be told sometimes, just walk through the door, Claire.
Just walk through the door and do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Just do it. Do it.
Do it, you sexy, stupid bitch.
Just do it.
And do you have any quotes?
Yeah, both of mine are ridiculous, though.
I thought you were going to say sexy.
No, they are both ridiculous. Every fuck I ever had to give was drained from my body.
Oh my god. I have literally experienced that multiple times.
Same. Can feel it.
Look upon my field of fucks, for it is barren.
Yes.
Oh, I literally feel that in my soul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
And my other one is, I'm an absolute fucking delight. That's what I am.
Yeah, you are, Ada and Amanda.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, we are.
I'm
All
sorry,
of us.
but you cannot tell me that this series was not written for us. It was written partly in spite. We live with spite.
We do.
We
are
talked
made
about
of
this
spite.
a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we're made
about
of spite.
spite and saying how, yes, that is a way to live.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay. We should ask our would you rathers about. This is kind of weird because we are going to ask you a couple of questions that are included in Would You Rather that we asked in other episodes, but most of them are about book 3 in the trilogy. But we kind of got to talk about the whole chaotic orbits as a thing. So there's going to be a little, mostly Last Chance to Save the World, some Full Speed and Galaxy. So just go with it.
Okay.
Just go with it. It's fine. Just go with it. Also, listeners,
it's a chaotic
just go with
orbits.
it.
It's a chaotic orbits conversation, not just the Last Chance conversation.
Yeah, but the Would You Rathers, most of them are Last Chance.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go. Let's get into it, because we got a lot of them.
Okay, so the first one we asked on social media, we do have a couple of comments from, was would you rather have a device that plants data or retrieves data? And on Facebook, 75% said that they would like to retrieve the data, and that was 67% on Instagram. So the comments, which may help form our own thoughts, are: Colin on Facebook said, "Now you see, I like the idea of planting data, leaving little traps and incriminating evidence lying about for others to stumble across and get people into a lot of bother. You should never underestimate just how nosy I am. I'd have to go for retrieving data just so I can get everyone's dirty little secrets to do good things, you understand. Nothing but noble intentions here. I mean, if I happen to schnappel some juicy little tidbits here and there in the process of exposing various millionaires' misdeeds, then that wouldn't be my fault, would it? No, I'd be blameless in the whole thing."
You know, I saw this on social media, and originally I said that I would want something that would retrieve data, and I was thinking along those lines. But I'm changing my answer because I want a device that will specifically plant data, and that data would specifically be money into my bank account.
Oh.
It's all digital now anyway.
Yes.
But just like a little, pennies and dollars every day, add it up, and then I can do whatever I want.
Oh.
I mean, there's a certain person in the world that I wouldn't mind transferring their wealth over to my bank account.
That's true.
Yeah, there's plenty of that to go around.
And if that arsehole just seemed to happen to get into the sea at the same time,
It's fine. It's fine.
would you go get into this submarine and let the orcas take you?
I think it's a fantastic idea. The orcas are on our side.
They are. Or we could launch said person into space and they explode.
I'm good with that. Or we don't even have to be that violent. We can just leave them there.
Sure. Just
fine. They want to be there anyway. They can just stay.
True. They can.
Is there a rocky outcropping that we don't like, that we can just put them all there and just they've got to fend for themselves, like Lord of the Flies style?
I think there is such an outcropping on Mars
Yeah.
and they can just all go there.
I'm quite happy without providing with the necessary oxygen that we need on
Oh,
Earth.
no.
to
They don't need
survive.
oxygen.
Yeah. No.
Notice they're all men as well. So, they'll be able to, hunt
there's
and
one
gather
woman.
themselves. Well, yeah. There's a few of them. But they're all so, well provided. Well, no, see, the men will go to Mars on this rocky outcropping.
There we go.
They don't need help from women or oxygen or any of those other things. They'll be able to hunt and gather themselves. They'll provide.
They're
They'll
alpha
be
men.
Alpha providers.
It's the
And they'll be
ultimate
able
man
to-
conquest.
Exactly, and they'll be able to provide for their women folk
I
Who will
think
go
this is
with
a solid
them.
plan.
and be a trad wife, no doubt.
Jesus fuck.
Going straight to killing the oligarchy.
We have a couple more comments. Emily on Facebook says, as someone whose job it is to find historical resources for people, retrieving data is up my alley.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's a
Katrina
good egg.
does that's nice. Emmy's really good with that kind of thing.
Colin and I were like, how can we profit from this? And
Oh,
Yes.
I'm with
Kristen
you
is like
guys.
very kind and is being a librarian.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel a little sorry for Superfan Katrina. She likes to find. She wants to find information. I would want to plant data. I wouldn't know what to plant.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Candace on Facebook wants to retrieve data because she's super nosy. And that's I think
Valid.
yeah, it's valid. But it's kind of hard, I think, for us to answer this question because we know what happens in the book, which I think is really influencing us. It's hard to take us out of it because, I want to plant stuff. I want to plant nanobots that, literally save the world.
See, I don't know why we can't work as a team and one of us takes plant data and the other one takes upload the data.
We definitely can
And
and
then
will
we
and do that.
Exactly. So then we'll save the planet and get rid of all the dingbat fuckers who were fucking everything up.
I like that you said
Definitely.
I like that you said dingbat and then you just went very harsh with fuckers.
Do you know what I was thinking? I feel sorry for dingbats. It's an insult to dingbats. It's like calling them sludge. It's an insult to sludge.
It is.
Yes.
Ugh.
I just want to punch the faces.
I just want to be Ada.
Well, yeah.
Can I do that? And then I can have both. That's how I answer the question. Cheat.
That's exactly what she did, though. I mean,
Right.
she's going to help save the world and also profit.
Well, what?
Yeah.
You can download the data and then download all the secrets and profit from their secrets.
Uh-huh.
I'm down for some blackmail.
I think we've just made an evil genius.
I think we have. I think that's what just happened.
I'm
Yeah.
going to save the planet as well. I wouldn't want to be one of those arsehole billionaires who just hoards wealth. Genuinely, if I always say, if I was going to be a billionaire, I would have to give back.
Oh, yeah,
Too
we'd be
much.
Dolly Parton.
Yes. Dolly Parton is the hero of the universe.
Yeah, giving out books to people, and you're rich, but you're not filthy rich. You're fine.
Yeah.
Giving money to literally combat a freaking plague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Dolly Parton is who we need, not any of the billionaires.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's
Literally
just
any of them.
let's just all be Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Big boobs, big hair, and lots of books.
Yeah. That's all you need in life.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's it.
yeah, that's it. There's nothing better that anyone could say. Any answer to this question. So let's move on to the next one. Would you rather enjoy a blue puff cube or a chocolate fountain? And also, please tell us what a blue puff cube is.
So a blue puff cube is basically a marshmallow, but I got it from reading the Star Wars picture book about Wookiees and how Wookiees and Porgs, that picture book, and they get blue puff cubes. And I was like, oh, that's really cute. I'm going to stick it in the book. So I'm glad you guys noticed that one. But I would for sure eat the marshmallows because chocolate fountains are only good if they're my chocolate fountain. And if anybody else, I've seen children at the Golden Corral with a chocolate fountain.
Oh.
Not messing with that. That's nasty.
No,
Don't touch chocolate fountains.
I don't want anyone else's mouth on my chocolate.
No, it's gross. But if it was my chocolate fountain alone,
Uh-huh.
then yes, I would just unhinge my jaw underneath it and it'd be fine.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's got to be the blue puff cube
Yeah.
with the chocolate fountain.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, I just realized I have blue marshmallows upstairs, so those are going into our episode picture. Ha ha! Ha ha!
Oh, you've got Ryan's little bag of sweeties that he got from
I
the
do.
from the moon.
Oh man, we have some things about Ryan. We called him a stupid, sexy bitch the entirety of this last episode.
He's so stupid and so sexy.
He's so easily distracted.
Yeah.
He would be distracted by big boobs, big hair, and
Yes,
lots of puffs.
yes, that's what I was just about to say. Oh, it all comes together.
One day he will undo that top button, and he'll breathe easier.
He will.
You will. If she can ever get him to do that.
I bet he doesn't even own a pair of trainers.
But he probably would. He probably does do an exercise.
No, if he
works
does
out.
own a pair of trainers, it's literally to go on a treadmill and run. It is for fully exercise purposes. He will never wear trainers as a casual outfit. He will
has
never wear
trainers,
a
but
pair
they're
of
very
Converse.
clean.
Yes.
Oh my god!
they're very clean. Yeah.
If somebody can tell me how to keep all white trainers clean, please do.
You only wear them in the gym.
Mine have to be bought with washing machine instructions.
Yes.
Can I exchange the chocolate fountain to a cheese fountain, by the way? And have it as a personal fountain?
You know, it's still dairy, and dairy's healthy, so I think your doctor would say yes.
Uh-huh.
It's one of my natural food. I'll check with my dietitian. I'm sure she'll be fine with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Low in carbohydrates too, so good for me. So yeah, let's just have fountain foods.
Private fountain.
Everyone with
foods.
their own private fountain food.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So if you have chocolate, Beth, and Claire, you have cheese. What do I have?
Ranch dressing.
Oh! I couldn't eat that much ranch dressing. Gross! No!
The immediate visceral reaction.
If anything was gonna make me throw up in an episode, it was that. It was ranch dressing fountain. Personal ranch
So
dressing
with
fountain.
you on that. That's disgusting. Oh, and imagine it get warm.
Oh no, it's worse. Oh, horrible. Horror of horrors is a warm ranch fountain.
Hot sauce.
I don't like hot sauce that much.
Okay.
Oh, but you can stick a chicken wing under there.
I don't know.
Garlic mayonnaise. Nice aioli.
Stop.
Everything needs to be cold though. I don't want it warm.
No.
I don't want mayonnaise in a fountain ever.
No,
Like those words don't go together.
Which is worse, ranch or mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is worse.
Yes.
What works in a warm fountain then, apart from chocolate and cheese? Gravy. British gravy fountain. Where you have your
You
roast
look,
beef
then
and your
you
mashed
have the gravy
potatoes.
fountain. I'll take the cheese.
As long as I can have some of the cheese fountain.
I will share, but don't double dip.
No, oh god, no. No.
That's where
that
you
you
draw the
have
line, not a
time.
mayonnaise fountain. It's double dipping.
You all have your lines. Sad.
Oh God. What's our next would you rather question? Move on past
It
this.
doesn't involve mayonnaise. Would you rather be inside Theatre Towers during their party for the Nanobot release, or be in the streets partying? And it's got to be in the streets.
With the pigeons.
Oh,
Yes.
pigeon poo. Can I have, as long as I've got an umbrella, I'll be in the streets because I'm not being shot on by a pigeon.
Okay. I'm gonna go on the streets too, but for the food truck food, because any food is better when it's from a truck,
Yes.
even more so than a fountain.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Food truck foods make fountains look pretentious now.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you know when you're getting a food truck food, it's you know it's not gonna be that clean or anything, but it's
Right.
gonna be 10 times better.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because like
street
the
food always.
Yeah, because the catered party food, like, yeah, it's good, but it's only like the one thing. It's only like the one dish that's catered. And there's a lot of it, which is fine, but then, no.
There's no soul in those foods.
No, and you get judged if you go back, but on the street, no one cares.
No.
Just go back, get more fries.
Yeah.
That's because food trucks as well, they don't just give you a small tray of food. They're like, oh, so you're going to give me $10 and you're going to get like a mountain of food that could feed an entire nation for a week. And you're like, hold on, I just need to make a TikTok video about this.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, in a food truck situation, you have a chance of getting it delivered to you in a bucket. And I think that's a good sign.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, if it's delivered in a bucket, that's Michelin star right there.
Now I just want to eat lots of potatoes from a food truck. Because they're always so
There's a
good.
place in Edinburgh that does jacket potatoes, and you get them in a big tub, and it just looks absolutely delicious. And I mean, I can make a jacket potato, but I want to go to Edinburgh and get these jacket potatoes. Sorry, baked potatoes.
I was about to say, for the American listeners, that is a baked potato. And that is why we love Claire. For her mayonnaise fountain and her jacket potatoes.
Oh.
Ugh. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
I'm going to the food truck that does Yorkshire pudding wraps then. Just doesn't mess with his.
Oh, that's fine. I think we're all out on the streets partying, though. That's what I'm getting from this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather be attacked by flash bombing pigeons or be blinded by sun shields and flashlights? So it's the same thing, but which one would you rather be blinded by?
I hate birds.
I choose the pigeons.
I choose the pigeons.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Birds
You just
are
throw gobs
evil.
of mayonnaise at the people with the flash shields. I'll take care of that problem.
Just give us a cool pair of sunglasses and I'll deal with the blinding sun shields and flashlights. I'm not being shot on by pigeons. You two do not have pigeon problems in your countries or states or whatever.
I live in the country, so I don't have many.
Same.
See?
But I've also been to cities that have lots of
Same.
pigeons, and it's not a common occurrence that they just specifically target me to shit upon me. So I'm cool with them still.
I mean, I will say I've never actually been shot on by a bird.
Okay, see, I have, and I still don't mind them.
No. We have seagull problems because I'm in a seaside city, so we have seagulls, and there was literally one seagull that was on my kid's school roof that would attack blondes. So even if you wore a hat, it still attacked you, to the point where the caretaker who would monitor when you go to pick up your kid, he would let me go in a different direction and through the staff route to avoid being attacked by this fucking seagull. And there is
that you were blonde. I think that seagull knew you hated birds that much.
Yeah.
it wasn't
was
just me he was
time.
attacking. He attacked about 3 or 4 of
We
us.
did have good judgment.
And we were all blonde.
Like,
I
he
was
just
literally
knows-
carrying an umbrella just in case. This is before I had to use a mobility aid. I was carrying an umbrella in case I needed to whack it off, like with a stick, because it was terrifying. It literally dive bomb you. And there's one in the city centre. It knows if you have food on you. It knows. It comes for you.
Seagulls are the Canadian geese of the sea.
Yes.
I'll take that.
I just don't like birds. I like penguins.
no, but we
don't make
we
good
discussed this already, Claire. Penguins don't make good spies. Pigeons.
Owls.
Pigeons. We need to employ the pigeons.
They just
choose
want to be your friend.
No,
Yeah. Give them a French fry every now and again. They'll be fine.
I don't think they're supposed to be eating French fries.
That's
Like,
their
you're not
treat.
supposed to you're not supposed to feed ducks bread.
A French
Fucking
fry
cheese.
is a cheese fountain for a pigeon. Notice I said cheese fountain, not mayonnaise fountain. Gross.
You take psychic damage from just saying the words.
Oh, okay. What's our last chance to save the world question?
Would you rather save the world with your mom or the hot guy you're trying to corrupt who also gives you peaches?
I mean, I would go for the hot guy. I love my mom, but I don't want to do a heist with her.
I love Ryan.
I don't want to put my mum in that stressful situation, to be honest.
It's for her own benefit.
Yeah. It's for her own benefit that you're choosing the stupid, sexy bitch.
Mom, do you mind? She listens. Mom, do you mind that I've picked the hot guy?
Look, you're doing it for her.
I'm saving her planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
taking over her mantle. Probably not. I don't know that Ada's ready for that, but you're trying.
She could, but she doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to. No.
She's far too much of a free spirit than.
Yeah.
I think there's too much organisation, and her to-do list is on 3 different books.
Yeah. Plus, she's got to be elsewhere. She's got to be able to go and do.
She's got to go and corrupt these sexy dumb bitches of the galaxy.
They're not going to corrupt themselves.
They're not. Oh, man.
When you've got big boobs, big hair, and lots of books, you need to go and corrupt all the sexy dumb bitches.
Yes.
It's a good motto for life.
It is.
I need this on a t-shirt, Amanda.
All right. We'll get to it. And we'll send one to Beth because it was her idea.
It's like a rocket ship as well, and then you've got the big head, big woman
and it's
on
like,
the top, and she's reading a book.
She's like doing the sexy ride-on pose with her big bosoms, and she's holding up a picture book.
Yeah,
because it has to be a picture book because that's Dolly's bag.
Yeah,
happening. Good luck, me.
Not like you haven't got enough to do, but
I know,
I demand this.
It's fine. I'm really excited to draw a very sexy Dolly Parton riding a rocket ship.
Amazing. And I'm going to Pigeon Forge next month, so I will take it. I'll show her. Not like I don't have Dolly on speed dial, but we'll try.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
you'll be
up to the window as we go past Dollywood.
Yeah,
you would have risen from queen to godhood if you had Dolly Parton on speed dial.
That's true.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
To be so blessed.
Okay, so we got a couple of other questions from our other discussions, and these were our favorite ones from our other episodes. And I almost feel like, Claire, we need to change the order of these because we need to save that one particular key moment for... Yes. Okay, so... Would you rather wear a really expensive clingy dress where a sneeze could make your boob fall out, or really expensive, slightly uncomfortable high heel shoes that you might have to run in?
Oh, no shoes. None of that. I will spill out of the dress 9 times out of 10. Like, no, I cannot stand high heel shoes of any kind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I chose the shoes in this situation because I like shoes. I do. I really do. And I don't have the bosom to pop out a boob wearing a dress.
I pop out boob stuff all the time.
You just pop out a boob just sitting there in your t-shirt.
I think I already have put myself back in about 4 times today already, just sitting here.
Yeah. No. I don't have that issue. So, I mean, I guess I could wear the dress because my boobs will not fall out of them. Unless the top of the dress just can't stay up because there is nothing holding it and it just, like, rolls down.
It's more threat of nip at that point then.
Yeah.
Rather than the boob, it's the threat of nip. Didn't we I'm sure we talked about this, was the medieval paintings. Was it medieval? I don't know.
With the one with your favorite boob out?
Boob.
I'm pretty sure we talked about your favorite boob in that episode. I'm pretty sure we did.
I still haven't decided if it's left or right. I look at them every day and think, which one?
Make him fight for your honor.
Yes.
They do have to fight for my honour. They fight with me constantly. Stay where you're supposed to.
That's fantastic. Okay. Now this last question, which is really going to, it's going to devolve into something, and then it's going to lead very nicely into our non-would you rather questions, and Claire may or may not go on a rant. So just get
what?
Just get ready. Just get ready for it.
Okay.
I'm sorry I set you up. I'm sorry. If it turns out to be fine, I'll edit it out. I apologize in advance.
You're bigging it up. I will say you are bigging it up. Would you rather enjoy a real peach or ice cream?
Ooh. Well, if I was Ada, I think the peach, because like that is rare. But I live in the South of America, and so not South America, but the southern states. We have peaches everywhere, so ice cream.
I feel like that may be almost exactly the same words that I answered with. Because also I live in the American South, and there's peaches everywhere. I don't remember, but I feel like that's probably...
I think I said peaches because I love peaches.
Yeah. I don't know.
I still need to get that peach cobbler recipe.
Was this the big question that was going to be a huge debate?
No.
Wah, wah. Fail. Okay, that's the end. That's the end of Would You Rather. Everyone, please go and listen to the interview with Beth, because she is amazing and we love her. We love her so much. So everyone, please go and check out the bonus episode.
So queen.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Back to that. Do it.
Yeah, we're circling back around. Do it.
And we finally get answers about peeled peaches.
Okay, if you liked this, try this. What are you going to suggest?
I went to Reddit. Yay! I wanted to find sassy sci-fi. I think I found it.
Yes.
This one has got crazy amounts of nominations for awards, and everybody's raving about it. And I really love the title, and I had a read, and it looks fun. It's called The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and it's by Becky Chambers. I think it was her debut at the time as well. Following a motley crew on an exciting journey through space, and one adventurous young explorer who discovers the meaning of family in a far reaches of universe in this light-hearted debut space opera from a rising sci-fi star, Rosemary Harper doesn't expect much when she joins the crew of the aging Wayfarer. While the patched-up ship has seen better days, it offers her a bed, a chance to explore the far-off corners of the galaxy, and most importantly, some distance from her past. An introspective young woman who learned early to keep to herself, she's never met anyone remotely like the ship's diverse crew, including Sissix, the exotic reptilian pilot, chatty engineers Kizzy and Jenks, who keep the ship running, and Ashby, their noble captain. Life aboard the Wayfarer is chaotic and crazy, exactly what Rosemary wants. It's also about to get extremely dangerous when the crew is offered the job of a lifetime. Tunneling wormholes through space to a distant planet is definitely lucrative and will keep them comfortable for years, but risking her life wasn't part of the plan. In the far reaches of deep space, the tiny Wayfarer crew will confront a host of unexpected mishaps and thrilling adventures that force them to depend on each other. To survive, Rosemary's got to learn how to rely on an assortment of oddballs, an experience that teaches her about love and trust, and that having a family isn't necessarily the worst thing in the universe.
Yeah, that sounds
definitely
great.
got some found family elements there as well.
We do love that.
Sounds like there's going to be some tomfoolery with some of the characters.
Some shenanigans.
We do love some sci-fi shenanigans.
We do.
So, what have you got?
Okay, I'm going to suggest one that I have read, and it doesn't quite match. There are many shenanigans, but it's not quite as silly and fun as Beth's books are. But it was very, very good. So good. And this is part of our Fictional Hangover annotated book club. So I'm really glad that this one came into my hands already. Thank you, Corey, for suggesting this one.
I'm getting this one in about 2 or 3 goes, I think.
It's
yours is next. I'm getting your recommendations.
Yay,
next.
finally.
Yeah.
So this book, of course I had to choose something space, obviously. This one is called The Darkness Outside Us by Elliot Schrieffer. And everybody knows that I love sci-fi and space books. And this one also features 2 boys alone in space, which is something else that I really, really enjoy. So here is the summary, and I'm going to try to stop myself from gushing about how much I enjoy it. After the first settler on Titan trips her distress signal, neither remaining country on Earth can afford to scramble a rescue of its own, and so 2 sworn enemies are installed in the same spaceship. Ambrose wakes up on the coordinated endeavor with no memory of a launch. There's more that doesn't add up. Evidence indicates strangers have been on board. The ship's operating system is voiced by his mother, and his handsome, brooding shipmate has barricaded himself away. But nothing will stop Ambrose from making his mission succeed. Not when he's rescuing his own sister. In order to survive the ship's secrets, Ambrose and Kodiak will need to work together and learn to trust one another, especially once they discover what they are truly up against. Love might be the only way to survive. And I just have to tell everyone that I fucking love Kodiak. New book boyfriend for Amanda whilst reading this book.
Ooh, that is
Kodiak.
high recommendation indeed. So this would be really good for July's book challenge theme, which is recommend this, which is read a book that has been recommended. Bonus points if it's been recommended by the podcast.
Ooh.
So I think that is a good
Ooh,
one.
might have to rearrange some of the things that I have chosen to discuss that month. Might have to. Or we might just need to save it a little bit so you'll actually have it and have read it.
Yeah. we have already read one of the Undertaker Book Club books already that I am not due to get till end of the year.
Yeah. Maybe save that one. Because then we'll have it and we'll have a copy to take a picture of. Although I'm really surprised that I haven't purchased a copy of this one for myself. I need to do it because...
That's good.
Gay boys in space.
You need... Look, we love gay boy books.
Yeah, we do.
I think we'll have to have another recommend.
We will. Yeah.
Book
definitely
month next year.
Definitely.
We could even do an ABC book a month where we
could, because there's a couple of them that I
ABC.
am really, really into that we have gotten. So yeah, we
I just
might have
passed
to
on
do
one
it.
that was excellent. Poison Study. I really, really enjoyed.
Nice. Okay.
There's some assholes in there. Very lovable. Anywho, do we have a new Into Spotlight?
We do, and this one is eerie.
Okay.
It is eerie the time that we received it, because I just got an email about this one a week ago. This one is definitely indie though. It's a small book. It's called For Emma by Ewan Morrison, and it comes out on June 17th. And I've got a couple of different summaries for it. This one was included in the email that we received. Josh is fueled by the horrific memories of his daughter M's death. Her body and brain devoured by the AI Infinity system, and decides to take down the tech CEO who authorized these illegal experiments. How far would a parent go to get revenge for their child? That's what I got, okay? And also a whole lot about Elon Musk being a shithead.
Good, I mean, agree.
Good email.
Hard agree.
But here is the slightly longer summary. A year after Emma Henson, a young genius biotech scientist, dies in a covert AI brain chip experiment, her father Josh has nothing left to live for and vows to get revenge on the Silicon Valley CEO responsible. Wink. Josh has 30 days to make his homemade bombs and to say goodbye to his life. To give himself courage in the countdown, he records daily video messages to his lost M. He is fueled by the horrific memories of M's death, her body and brain devoured by the AI Infinity system in its quest for immortality. Memories flood him as he searches for the moments in Emma's short life where he could have been a better father and saved her. As he grapples with constructing and testing his DIY bombs, his 30 days start to run out, and Emma's voice returns to him, speaking with him as he sets to complete his mission. He worries that he's gone insane. He doubts if he can see the violent act through, but Emma's voice insists he continue on his path toward murder and mayhem. Josh tries to resist his daughter's voice as it attempts to take full control of his body. But is it even her? Or is it a ghost, a psychotic delusion, or the AI system that is controlling him?
Oh.
Sounds pretty good.
Ooh.
But it was just so weird, the timing of this one. Because we're talking about destroying rich assholes CEOs throughout this entire trilogy. So, here's a perfect, not even a tenuous link. It's perfect. It's a perfect matchup. Good job. Great work. Okay, that's it for this episode of Fictional Hangover. Remember to go check out the bonus episode featuring Beth Revis. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire. Happy 350th episode.
Holy shit, I didn't even think about that. This was our 350th episode, everyone. Forgot to even say it out loud. Holy shit. 350 episodes. What the fuck? Join us next time as we discuss Wisteria by Adeline Grace. Look out for our Would You Rather polls and monthly challenges on social media. Don't forget about our book club on Discord. Be sure to visit our shop on Redbubble at fictionalhangover.redbubble.com for all your favorite Fictional Hangover-themed merchandise, and become a patron of ours on Patreon at patreon.com/fictionalhangover. Until next time, remember, the only cure for a fictional hangover is another book.
You can find us at fictionalhangover.com and follow us on all social media at Fictional Hangover. If you like this episode, check out our others and be sure to rate, review and subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for listening.